The Nintendo DS carved out a unique place in video game history as one of the most innovative and successful handheld consoles ever released. Launching in November 2004, it introduced a dual-screen display, touchscreen input, and a built-in microphone, allowing for creative gameplay experiences that set it apart from anything else on the market. Its wireless capabilities supported both local and online multiplayer, expanding the possibilities for how and where people could play. Over its lifespan, the DS saw the release of more than 1,800 games, ranging from puzzle titles and RPGs to educational tools and genre-defining platformers. Worldwide, the system would go on to sell 948 million games, making it one of the most commercially successful platforms of all time. Today, we're taking a step back in gaming history to explore the 10 best-selling games on the Nintendo DS. Released in November 2004, Super Mario 64 DS brought Nintendo's most influential 3D platformer to a new generation. Selling over 11.1 million copies, it was one of the earliest must-have titles for the Nintendo DS and helped demonstrate the handheld's 3D capabilities. While based on the Nintendo 64 Classic, this version added significant content, including 30 extra Power Stars, completely new areas, and 3 additional playable characters, Yoshi, Luigi, and Wario. Also included was a collection of touchscreen minigames that offered quick bursts of gameplay alongside the main adventure. This updated release honored the legacy of the original, while taking advantage of the DS hardware to introduce new ideas and surprises. Released in November 2005, Animal Crossing Wild World brought the series to handheld for the first time and reached 11.8 million copies sold. It invited players to live in a customizable village, complete with talking animal neighbors, real-time seasons, and daily events tied to the system's eternal clock. The ability to shape your town, decorate your home, and build relationships gave the game a relaxed pace that stood out among some of the other more fast-paced titles on the DS. This was also the first Animal Crossing game to feature online play, allowing friends to visit each other's villages through the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. With its approachable gameplay and ever-changing calendar, Wild World became a favorite among both longtime Nintendo fans and newcomers. With over 12.7 million copies sold worldwide, Pokémon Heart Gold and Soul Silver stand among the most celebrated remakes in the franchise. Released in September 2009, these updated versions of the second-generation Game Boy Color titles brought players back to the Johto and Kanto regions with fully reimagined audio and visuals and a wide range of quality-of-life improvements. One of the most memorable features was the Pokewalker, a pedometer that let players transfer Pokemon from the game and earn experience while walking in real life. Critics and fans alike praised the attention to detail, strong nostalgia factor, and the inclusion of 2 full regions to explore. These remakes preserve the heart of the originals while embracing modern design, offering fans new and old a polished and rewarding experience. Nintendo followed up its surprise hit Brain Age with Brain Age 2, released in December 2005. The sequel built on the original's momentum, eventually selling over 14.9 million copies. It offered a wider range of mental exercises, including memory tests, quick reaction games, and the ever-popular Sudoku. Designed in collaboration with neuroscientist Dr. Ryota Kawashima, the title was marketed as both entertainment and as a tool for maintaining mental sharpness. Its appeal extended far beyond traditional gaming audiences, attracting adults, seniors, and casual players from around the world. Alongside its predecessor, Brain Age 2 helped redefine who games were for, and played a key role in Nintendo's strategy to broaden its user base. By the time Pokémon Black and White launched in September 2010, expectations for innovations were high, and this generation delivered. Selling more than 15.6 million copies, These games introduced players to the Unova region, a setting inspired by New York City and very different from the regions that came before it. For the first time, the main story featured only new Pokemon until the post-game, encouraging players to engage with the unfamiliar and explore the world without relying on fan favorites. Although initial reactions were mixed, many fans came to appreciate the bold direction and distinct tone. Over time, Black and White has earned a strong legacy as one of the most forward-thinking chapters in the series. Selling more than 17.7 million copies since their release in September 2006, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl marked a turning point for the franchise. As the first mainline titles on the Nintendo DS, they introduced players to the Sinnoh region, a snowy landscape filled with mythology, challenging terrain, and a new roster of creatures to catch and train. These games would introduce the GTS, Global Trade Station, allowing trainers from around the world to trade Pokemon over Wi-Fi, a feature that opened up a new level of accessibility and connection between players. While the pacing and visuals drew some criticisms, the innovation beneath the surface made a lasting impact. Diamond and Pearl laid the foundation for online features that define the series today. Released in May 2005, Brain Age, Train Your Brain in Minutes a Day, was a surprise phenomenon that went on to sell 19 million copies. Activities included math problems, memory challenges, reading aloud, and reaction tests, all tracked by an in-game calendar to encourage consistent practice. Using the DS's stylus and microphone, players interacted with the game in simple and intuitive ways that appealed to a broad range of users. Unlike most titles on the system, Brain Age reached beyond traditional gamers, attracting parents and professionals. The clean design and straightforward gameplay made it a cornerstone of Nintendo's Touch Generation label and helped expand the DS into new arenas, including schools, offices, and households around the world. Here's a few games that nearly cracked the top 10 worldwide.
Here we go!
Tight turns, item chaos, and fast-paced racing found a new home in the Nintendo DS with Mario Kart DS, the first game in the series to offer online multiplayer. Players could connect via the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection to race opponents around the world. The game featured 36 tracks, combining inventive new circuits with returning classics from earlier entries. Mission mode added a fresh layer of solo content, introducing timed challenges and boss battles that extended the game's replay value. Customizable carts and snappy controls combined with varied character stats to help Mario Kart DS appeal to both casual drivers and serious racers. Its strong critical reception and word-of-mouth momentum helped push global sales past 23.6 million copies following its November 2005 release. Few DS titles captured hearts like Nintendogs, a pet simulation that allowed players to care for and interact with virtual puppies in real time. Using voice commands and touchscreen controls, players could train their dogs, teach them tricks, enter competitions, and form bonds that felt surprisingly real. The lifelike behavior and animations gave each dog personality, and the game's simple, nurturing loop encouraged daily play. Released in April 2005 across several breed-themed versions, Nintendogs was a breakout hit among casual audiences and younger players. The title went on to sell over 24 million copies worldwide, becoming one of the most successful and recognizable games on the platform. When New Super Mario Bros. Launched in May 2006, it marked Mario's full return to side-scrolling platforming for the first time in over a decade. The game blended the simplicity of classic 2D gameplay with modern mechanics and visuals, introducing features like the Mega Mushroom and wall jumps, with smooth animations that gave the experience a fresh energy. Players moved through 8 themed worlds filled with hidden areas and alternate routes that offered satisfying challenges for both newcomers and longtime fans. With global sales reaching over 30.8 million copies, New Super Mario Bros.' success made it the best-selling Nintendo DS game of all time. This breakout hit would go on to spark an entire sub-series, reaffirming the enduring strength of Mario's roots in 2D platforming. Hey, Mike here. Thanks for watching the video. Since you've made it this far, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. New videos are always getting released. If you're ready for more, check out the 2 links to sate your appetite. Until next time.